Hi, I'm Kristen Bell. Welcome to Real Simple's Game Changers issue. The game changers that I most admire are people throughout history who have stood up for what they believe in when no one else was thinking it yet, like an Eleanor Roosevelt. No one was really talking about human rights when she was standing up for it. In addition, a lot of current day writers that are mainly psychologists are the game changers in my life, like Adam Grant, who writes a lot about why people do what they do and patterns in human behavior. I really, really like knowing why people do things. So my current obsession with game changers are people who figure out our human why. I love advice. I like giving it, I like getting it, all of it. Because my theory on advice is that you don't have to do any of it. You don't have to take it. But if you have a solution like how you stay healthy or how you sleep trained your baby or something, I want to know how you guys did it because I want to see if it works for me. I've gotten a lot of good advice. Probably the best piece of advice is stay in your lane. And although that may sound limiting, what it meant was stop trying to do everything and be everyone you see. My lane is being quirky and weird and doing things I love, and that's the lane I should be staying in. Not trying to be every other actress I've seen, even though I admire them so much, or every other mother I've seen. Finding what makes me me, and then staying in that lane. The Women's Peace and Humanitarian Fund is especially close to my heart because there are a lot of charities that I support. This one in particular has the mindset of going to the people in need and asking them what they need. So it's incredibly grassroots. It is a combination of like civil service organizations and governments and philanthropists that basically find women in war-torn countries experiencing crises because of either conflict or the weather, which can take a whole country out, as we've seen, and they go on the ground and they say, what do you need? We don't come in with solutions. We ask the people what they need. And these women, they know their communities better than anyone. They know exactly how to operate in a time of crisis and outreach in their community. So we're basically supporting the women on the ground who are saying, actually, here's what I need. Here's what will be best for me and for our community. And then we make it happen through grants and training and tech support, and I just find it the most respectful way to give when you're asking someone, what are your needs? And then fulfilling that. Also, I'll just say, of all the global funding, 1% is isolated for women's organizations. And could have changed, but last I checked, we are more than 1% of the population, so it seems a tiny bit imbalanced to me. So getting grants in the hands of women who know that they can make a difference on the ground where they are can quite literally stop a war, which then ends up cascading into the rest of the world and affecting all of us, which we've seen so many times in the last 10 years. I certainly never thought that my husband and I would be a part of a baby care company. We basically bet on ourselves, and right before the pandemic, decided we wanted to be the first independently owned diaper manufacturer who produced in the United States from design to delivery. And we bought a huge facility in Texas, and that's where we manufacture all of our diapers. And that facility is completely off the grid. It's totally sustainable. I'm really proud of that. We have 4 machines that produce 800 diapers a minute because there are so many butt cheeks that need coverage. I'm also really proud of the fact that we've stayed true to our mission statement, which was to provide the highest quality at the most affordable price and make that accessible to people, because it does nobody any good if they can't find it on a shelf near their home. I find at my core, I'm a little frustrated that we as humans have made all of these rules for ourselves and for everyone else. I find that decent conduct is pretty easy to understand, like respect and kindness. It's not that complex, right? But vulnerability, teaching someone how to be vulnerable is complex because they've been given all of these roadblocks in their life, like, nope, make sure you look perfect, make sure you don't do it wrong, make sure you're representing yourself in this way, and vulnerability only begets vulnerability, and it only leads to a better solution for both parties, whether it's in a marriage or parent-child relationship or at work or problem solving. I think everyone also deserves an outlet. Complaining is great, vent, get it off your chest. And then once it's out and you feel exhausted, you can find a solution. Historically, therapy has been looked down upon, like it's one of these things that are taboo. I hate the word taboo. I think it should be stricken from the dictionary. There should be no topic that's off the table for people to talk about. And I know it's shocking, but I talk to my kids about drugs and the fact that their daddy is an addict and he's in recovery, and we talk about sex. There are all these hard topics. Don't have to be if you give the person on the other end your vulnerability and a little bit of credit.